burning Bitcoin for great causes. Viz. Scalability, security, and stability. Vinod Manoharan, CEO of Jax.Network, talks about how POW blockchain networks can borrow security from Bitcoin networks without killing their native token. With Vinod Manoharan, Jax.Network.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you for having me here. I'm Vinod Manoharan. I'm a co-founder of the project Jax.Network. I came here to talk about some of the great problems that we have in the cryptocurrency space, especially when it comes to technology. So pardon me, my apologies. My speech is going to be a bit technological. I want to kind of highlight some of the problems that we have in this space. Recently, Bitcoin has brought a lot of attention to the space, but people need to know what's going on in the ecosystem in terms of technological growth. So there's a lot of problems that are hindering mass adoption of crypto payments. Investors don't understand where is the value of cryptocurrency coming from. They're like, okay, there's a lot of speculation, but I don't see it in day-to-day usage. So some of the problems, I've highlighted them here. There's a lot of central points of failure, even in this seemingly decentralized space. Recently, even there was a hack in the DeFi space. Vitalik kind of posted a message about it. There's also a lot of scalability limitations. I heard a girl around here, she was talking about the transactions per second that their layer 2 solution processes. These kind of issues are hindering crypto adoptions. There's also a lack of secure, decentralized stablecoins. USDT sort of bridges this gap, but USDT is still pretty centralized, and the community needs more confidence in cryptocurrencies and stablecoins in order to start using them and holding them for payments and start acting fully on top of this ecosystem. And on top of that, there's also a lot of security flaws. There's a lack of user-friendly user interfaces. I mean, exchanges are fine, but when it comes to day-to-day payments and point-of-sale systems, there's still a problem with that. So how do we solve these problems? Out of the problems I mentioned about scalability, security, decentralization, and stability, these are like technological. The rest are more about innovating in best practices and security. So we have spent 3 years researching this technology and kind of come up with a protocol that solves these major problems that exist in the cryptocurrency space. And I'd be happy to go into the details of this technology, but I'm so excited about it. However, it's limited time. So the simple way how we deal with things is we actually burn Bitcoins to solve these problems. I mean, someone would think I'm mad to do that, but in reality, this is how the technology works at its core. So what do we exactly achieve by burning Bitcoins? Burning Bitcoins gives you a proof of value mechanism. For instance, let's say the guy down there has a Bitcoin. I tell him, hey, burn your Bitcoin, I'll give you a coffee. He'll be like, why should I do that? But if I tell him, hey, I'll give you this yacht and a villa, burn your Bitcoin. So for him, he'll be like, okay, that's a good trade-off. So ultimately, if you base a cryptocurrency's economics around burning something of value, this automatically transfers that value to that new cryptocurrency that you create. Because one of the major things that Satoshi overlooked was the economic design of cryptocurrencies itself. And that's what you get from the proof of value mechanism. I'm going to go into a little more details down the road. And we can also create a decentralized stablecoin to build more consumer confidence in cryptocurrencies with this mechanism. And this also gives a scale. We'll see how that goes. So the proof of value mechanism, there's a lot of blockchains like Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV. Bitcoin Cash actually spent a lot of money because they have a minimal cost of security. They could have actually gotten that security by merge mining with Bitcoin and utilizing this mechanism. So it was similar to the mechanism I told you, where if you ask people to burn Bitcoins, they'd only do that if they value the other cryptocurrency more than this. And here's a few technical sites. I realized that the stage is mostly like general stuff, so I'll skip them. Yeah, so how do you create a stable coin in a decentralized fashion by burning Bitcoins? Miners are profit motivated. They sort of follow the cost of Bitcoin. If you look at the network hash rate of the Bitcoin network, it follows the price of Bitcoin. So in a way, if the miners are building their balance sheets in USDT as a base currency, then the cost of mining Bitcoins is going to follow the price of Bitcoin. And if you actually create a cryptocurrency that issues coins based on the difficulty target of the network, which determines the hash rate of the network, then you actually end up creating a stable coin. We argue that our stable coin is better than the dollar. For someone who's more interested in the technology, they could go check out our website at Jax.Network. And so inadvertently, this also gives a scale. Look at the dollar. Each dollar is unique. It has a different cost of production. What gives the dollar scale is its exchange rate. Ultimately, if a currency has the same exchange rate across the universe, then it becomes a universal stable coin, and you get scale on top of that. And this is how we scale our blockchain network and bring it to almost a lot of transactions per second. And that was my speech. Thank you so much for listening. I apologize that it was too technical. And should you be interested about our project, you can always check out Jax.Network website. And there's a lot of technical documentation there about how we actually do it. My name is Vinod Manoharan, and thank you for having me here.